Hello students. So today in this session we will go with the second chapter of Honeysuckle, and that is how the dog found himself a new master. So this is kind of a folk story, folk tale you have listened. Folk tale actually is a story which is related to a particular area or particular animals, about their habits, about the customs related to those animals or humans. So this is also a kind of folk story which tells us how actually dog becomes the servant of human, such a faithful servant for human. So few of the words will be there, new words, which you will write first and then you will move to the further textual questions. So dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do in freedom. So according to this story, in the beginning, dogs were not the servant of anyone. They were free like other animals in the forest. They used to move here and there. They used to just free to move here and there. No master was there for the dogs. Until a dog was born who was ill-pleased. Ill-pleased means not happy. So a species of dog, a new species of dog has born, and the dog was ill-pleased with the manner, with the way they live in the forest. Because dog was not the strongest beast in the forest, so other animals were also there. They have fear of those animals, and then they used to save themselves also from them. So a dog was there who was not happy with this life, that they should get feared, and for how much time they will have to wander here and there. They will have to go here and there for saving themselves only. So he thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth. And he set out to find such a master. So what did he decide? That I will not live such kind of a life. I will not feel fear from anyone. And I can't be that much stronger. But yes, I can do one thing, that I can find a master for myself who will be the strongest in the forest, and then I don't have to feel fear. So with this plan only he was going on a way, and suddenly what happened? This I am reading in the third paragraph. He walked and he walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. So as he was moving, that time only he saw a kinsman. Kinsman is an old English word which we use for the giant-like structures. Okay, the strong and big giant structure. So he saw a kinsman was coming. And who was that kinsman? It was no other than a wolf. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be the master wolf? So as the wolf himself asked the dog that where are you going? So the dog that time only he said that I am looking for my master. I want to serve someone. Would you like to take my services? So who doesn't want to be a servant? The wolf was happily ready. And then he said, why not? I don't see why not. I don't find any reason that I should say no to you. You can serve me and then come along with me. Then they walked and they walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. So as they were moving on the way only, suddenly what happened? The wolf stopped. And then he just drifted up the nose as he was smelling something. And then he started darting about. He started moving quickly here and there as he sensed some fear. And then what happened? He went into the bushes for hiding himself. The god was surprised. Then the dog said that what happened? Why are you so feared? What had you sensed? What's come over you, master? He asked. What has frightened you so? Can't you see there's a bear out there and he might eat up both of us, you and me? Then the wolf said, I sensed a bear is coming. I saw a bear. He's coming towards us and he might kill us and he can eat us. So dog, he just got ki wolf is not the strongest beast in the forest and it is the bear. So he said goodbye to wolf and then he went to the bear. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him. And he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, let us go and find a herd of cows. I'll kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill. So the dog, he went to the bear and he asked the same question. And he said that, would you like to be my master? The bear was also happy. And then he said, okay, you can serve me and then come with me. We will just hunt a herd of cow and then we will fill ourselves like that. We will feed on them. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows, but just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were mooing. Mooing is the noise made by the cows, loudly and running in a panic in all directions. So as the bear and the dog, they were just going on the way, they saw a herd of cows. So they were about to attack them. But suddenly what happened? The cows, they started mooing, they started making noise. And in panic, they all were running here and there. The bear was surprised that why this is happening. The bear looked out from behind a tree and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. So after noticing all that, the bear, he hid himself behind a tree. And then what happened? He suddenly, when he saw that the noises are going louder and louder, he also hastily went into the forest. He ran towards the forest fastly. Then what happened? Now why did I have to come here? Said he to the dog. It is the lion who rules the forest in these parts. So the dog asked the same questions. And then he asked the bear that why are you so panicked? Why are you hiding yourself? Then he said that you can't see that why cows were running here and there. There was a lion and he is the strongest beast in the forest. There was a lion and there was the noise of lion. They could do any harm to us. I can't face a lion. He is the strongest beast. The lion? Who is he? The dog asked. Who is the lion? Then the bear replied, don't you know he is the strongest beast on the earth? Then the dog said, well, then I will say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So the dog did the same with the bear. He said, okay, I will say goodbye to you. You will no longer be my master. I want the strongest beast on this earth to be my master and I am going to lion then. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. Then the dog went to the lion. He asked the same question. Lion also appointed the dog as his master. The lion agreed to it and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long, long time. It was a good life and he had nothing to complain of, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion. And no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. So now the dog was the servant of the lion. He was living a happy life because he was the servant of the strongest animal on the earth. So he was enjoying his life. No animal was there who could say anything to dog because they knew that he was the servant of lion now. So no one could do any harm to the dog. And the dog was enjoying his life. And he stayed with the lion longer than the wolf and the bear. But one day what happened? The two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs. Cliffs is a kind of high rock. Okay. When all of a sudden the lion stopped. So one day what happened that the lion and the dog, they were moving on their way. And there was a cliff, a small rock was there. And near that cliff only the lion suddenly stopped. What happened? What did he see? He gave a great roar. He just roared loudly as the lion used to roar. She makes sound. So the lion roared loudly and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. And the lion stopped. He struck the ground with its paw, and then he started receding. He started taking his paws back. What is it, master? Is there anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. So the dog asked the same question as he asked earlier with the wolf and the bear. And what happened? Why are you looking panicked? I smell a man coming this way. The lion said, we would better run for it or we'll be in trouble. So that time only the lion said that I smell a man is coming towards us and it could be a trouble for us, so we should run from here. Why the lion was panicked with man? Because it could be a hunter, it could have a gun, so maybe a man is there who is coming there for hunt. Alright, then the lion was panicked and he's saying that we should run from here. The man should have guns also. Oh well, then I will say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So the dog also replied, he got that lion is also not the strongest on the earth. There is someone else also who is stronger than the lion. And then the dog said goodbye to the lion and then he went to the man. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. And they said that since that time, the dog is serving the man faithfully. We used to keep dogs as our pet. It used to be so faithful, right? So they're saying that now dog is happy with the man and he is serving the man faithfully. This happened long, long ago, but to this day the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. And they are saying, since that time till now, the dog is serving the man very faithfully, and after that he didn't change his master. Now human is the master of dog. Like that, the dog found himself a master. So this was the story that how dog found himself a master. Alright, so you may go with the hard words and the textual questions. If you have any doubts, so we may clear in our next session. Thank you.